20 weeks old now, it is. Thought I'd do a little update and let you see some of the new additions that I've got. First thing, which I think is the most important, is that I've got myself a temperature controller. You can plug in a chiller to it to cool it, and obviously one of my thermostats goes into it, one of my heaters, and the other one is plugged into the mains, but that is set at about 25-ish for an emergency backup. This one is on 30. You may think bloody hell, but it's got to be turned up high so it comes on with that, because once that gets to 26.7 it comes on, because it's set at 27 and it's only got a 0.3 leeway. So if that drops to 26.7, that will instantly come on straight away. Oh, it's brilliant. And if it goes past 27.3, it goes off. So it can only have 0.5%, basically 0.5 of a leeway really in temperature. Really, really accurate. And if it did drop to 26.3, an alarm will go off. If it goes 0.7, either way, an alarm goes off to tell you there's something going on. So that is brilliant. Yeah, it weren't cheap, 45 quid, but 45 quid to keep your temperature really stable is worth every penny, you ask me. It is. And I've got algae growing in the bottom there. Don't know where they came from, but just started growing on the rocks, so it can only be a good thing, can't it? So everything's hunky-dory in there. After this video I'm going to test my water parameters. I mean, people don't use these little power heads in there, but I just think, why not waft some oxygen into the sump as well? Does things good. People don't bother, but I don't know, I do. It's sock cleaning day to day, so they'll be coming off in half an hour, put through the washer, obviously with no soap powder. Put them on a 40, turn them inside out, takes about 45 minutes and then they're back on. I change that floss once a week, even though it stays really spotless really, because the socks take all the crap. My 2 pegs are there for when I do my water change. I will do a video on the way I do a water change. So simple, I don't even turn that upper tank off. It's all done from the sump. And my tank, I have bought myself a flasher Razzie, but I've only had him 2 days and he's hiding in there. But my new addition is this. As you can see, my bubble coral. Got that last Sunday and I've been feeding it and it's coming out a treat. It is. And there's it from the front. And I got my frog spawn yesterday. It's not even been in 24 hours yet. But I thought I'd put it at the bottom because the last one I had, when I put up near the top, it died. And so it's just getting a nice bit of flow there, but it's getting a bit bigger than what I thought. So it might be moving it away from them rocks. Maybe just move it a couple of inches this way. And my air can, it was where that frog spawn was, but it weren't happy. I've put it back there. I was thinking of gluing it to a rock, to be fair, but the fish seem to have left it alone. And that soft tree coral there, well, it's just going mental. I'm not having a bit of luck with them. I mean, there was 2 purple, 2 green, but they both had 3 heads. Both of them lost an head, and it looked a bit crappy, so I took them both out, broke off the dead bits, glued them both together to make one coral. Out me way. But it has its moments where it all comes out, then it goes back in. So I don't know if it doesn't like the light being that high. So I'm thinking of moving it, but replacing it, because, you know, I'm not that keen on that a little hammer, to be honest. But I won't throw it, I'll just put it somewhere, you never know. But that, my mushroom, it's just getting bigger and bigger and it's growing more heads. And like them up there have just appeared, look, a little nail on his rock. But yeah, my zinnia there, look. Like I said, I didn't put these in, they just grew on the rock from my other tank. And there's my banana Razzie. There's my blood shrimp, look. There's my meat coral. It's just chilling at the minute, that. Brilliant coral, I'd recommend a meat coral. Canophilia to anybody. Brilliant coral. Eats a lot of food though. As you've all known, my carpet, it's, like I said, I've had that over 4 years now. My missus loves it, and if you feed it in the centre, it turns into a pumpkin. Unbelievable. Brilliant it is. Nice to watch. There's Scarlet, look. Stunning, isn't she? She's such a gentle giant. She don't bully anything, she doesn't. Oh yeah, she likes posing to the camera. Yeah. Betsy's getting big as well. And that cola tank, Pepsi, he's the bully of the tank. If he's in a bad mood, he picks on everything. Well, apart from something that's bigger than him, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, he picks on the banana razzie, he picks on the little star chromas, or star damsels should I call them, like there they are, there's one of them. Yeah, he's a bit of a bully, and that's why I think the flasher raz is hiding. But it's a beautiful flasher raz, male, and you want to see it when it opens its fins up. Beautiful, but it'll come out. I've only had it 2 days. But yeah, things are getting really stable now. All my diatom bloom's gone off the sand. Look, I haven't touched that sand in weeks. I don't over it, vac it, or nothing. Nothing. I did lose an head on my Duncan. Look, I've only got 2 now. And I watched it, it was huge. It just popped off. And I don't know if it's still there, but it went round the back. Look, hang on. Can I get it in? It went round the back. There it is, look, see it? And just sat on the sand there and come out. So I'll just leave it, whatever it wants to do, you know. But yeah, there's a side view of my tank now. Yeah, I think it's 19 or 20 weeks old to yesterday. You know, I'll have to check the calendar. It could be 20 weeks to be fair. But yeah, everything's maturing now, everything's settling in, all the rocks are lovely changing colour. Look at them now. All the purples and pinks coming on them. You wouldn't believe all this lot was pure white, would you? But now look, it's really maturing nice. Both me and enemies. I don't know what the clownfish are doing to that, but you know, they've stripped one side of it. But I'll leave them to it. The cleaner shrimps love it all round there. But yeah, just patience. Water change every Tuesday. 50, 60 litres I do. Out the sump, back in the sump. I do, but I always add a couple of grams of magnesium when I do a water change because it stops your magnesium from dropping, because your water changes do drop and can put your perimeters wayward. So always check your water, what you're going to put in, to make sure it's more or less the same. You know what I mean? So I put 2 grams in a in a tub like that, look. I put 2 grams of magnesium. I do 2 of them. They go in and 2 come out. You know, obviously you've got to take it out first. But yeah. So now I've got my temperature controller. My next thing is getting me auto top up, which is going to go in here. I'm only going to have a 10 litre tub, so it can't, if it goes wrong, it doesn't flood my sump. And I've ordered me auto top up. So when that comes, I get my little tub, put it in, and I was thinking of putting some like magnesium, calcium, and that in that tub there, putting a couple of scoops of that in my tub. So when it tops it up, it actually adds a bit of KH, calcium, magnesium. Just see how things go. There I go, look. It's on 27 where I set it, look. Boom. Brilliant. I recommend, honestly, you've got to have one of them if you want to keep stable temperatures, mate. Honestly, you have, a lot of you. I've turned my UV off at the moment because it was killing the cocopods and everything that's in here going into the tank, so I've turned it off. Brilliant for fish, but I don't recommend them for corals because they eliminate a lot of good things for the tank. So it's off at the moment and it's staying off. But I can always switch it back on if I need to. But yeah, I thought you could all just have a nice little look and see how it's slowly coming together. Week by week, month by month. Like I say, you know, I've spent over £200 on things this week. Well, in 7 days on them. Corals, fish, heaters, cocopods, because they're £3 a packet I pay. And I'm banging at least 2 packets in a week just to keep me dragonette. There he is, look. Little ant. He lost his brother. But, you know, he's doing okay. He's not losing weight anymore. So I just put cocopods in. I mean, he does eat other stuff, like, but I'll just make sure he's got his natural food. You know, that's what he would eat in the wild. So he's the most expensive fish to keep. Minimum of £6 a week he costs me. Just for food, just for him. Sometimes £9 if I buy 3. But yeah. Everything's settling in now, everything's looking good, and you know, it's just patience. 20 weeks, another 6 weeks, and I'm talking 6 months old. But I'll keep chipping away, adding corals bit by bit until one day. But I'm trying to get my SPS's now, but my shop hasn't got any in. So it looks like I'm going to have to start travelling, because I really fancy some Montiporas and that on here, you know, and just have a go with them and sit. Now it's getting to that stage where I think, yeah, mature enough to try them. My stable perimeters are not moving much now. Because you can rush in, put them in, if they die, you've lost money, you're disappointed, you think, I can't keep them. And sometimes it can be just wait, be patient. That's what I'd recommend to anyone, patience. like I say, bad things happen quickly, good things happen slowly. Getting ever so fat them are. But like I say, I've had Foxy there, my fox face, he was in my other tank. God, I must have had him now. Jesus, it's got to be 3 years easy. Yeah. But yeah, I'm only going to get a couple of more small fish, a couple of different coloured razzies, and me done. I'm not overstocking my tank. I don't want crazy a lot of fish. I mean, they're greedy. They nick all the food off the corals. Like I say, they're there just to see the decoration, but I'm more of a coral person. My zoos are doing okay. They're spreading slowly. My little aircan. I do want some more aircans. That's a defo when I can get my hands on them, like. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm starting to feel really happy with it now. But every time I'm pleased with it, you're just waiting for something to go wrong. That's part of the hobby. When a tank looks great, there's only one way it can go, and that's down. So I'm just hoping, you know, it just stays this way. Because, you know, every time my tank looks brilliant, I get up in the morning and something goes wrong. Or the fish have knocked off me torch, which they've done a couple of times. God knows what they get up to in the night. But yeah, I just want 2 fish. I mean, I've got a couple of razzies. I just keep thinking, shall I get razzies? Because, you know, they're not big. They're not aggressive, really. You know what I mean? But I don't want cardinals. I don't want chromas. I don't want damsels. So I'm just thinking of a couple of different more razzies. I mean, I was thinking of a leopard razzie, if I can get it to eat. You know what I mean? I did have one in my other tank and I loved it. But yeah, if anyone's got any other ideas apart from razzies, I'd be grateful, you know. But like I say, I only want about another 2 smaller fish just to go in, to give it a bit of colour. Something with a bit of red, if someone can recommend. Like my flasher razzie's reddy and pinky colour like, but yeah, something with a bit of red to clash the other colours. I don't want anything yellow. I don't want anything blue. So if anyone can recommend something else, I'd be grateful. There you go. All of you take care. Bye.